Nintendo Switch is a pretty simple console. I mean, you either play it in your hands or play it in the dock. There's not too many things I'd change about the Switch. I mean, apart from this. But hey, that's small brain talk. Everything could always be better. Thus, we enter the world of Nintendo Switch accessories. I'll be honest, I don't use any Switch accessories in my personal time because, I don't know, this works okay as is. Maybe we can invent something that'll make the Joy-Con stop drifting, but apart from that, the world of Switch accessories is definitely weird to say the least. So, let's take a dive into some of them. First accessory is the shotgun! Oh my, yeah, that's a shotgun alright. A humble and simple piece of plastic that you shove your Joy-Cons in. Obviously best experienced with first-person shooter games, which we all know the family-friendly Nintendo Switch is famous for having. One of the many problems with this accessory isn't just the fact that you're pretty limited in terms of shooters on the Switch, but the few games that are shooters weren't designed with this setup in mind. Let's just take Doom for example. A fun first-person shooter, yeah, but you still need to control the game like normal. And it's really awkward needing to use this hand to control your movement, switch your weapon, jump, crouch, etc., as well as your other hand to move the camera around and shoot. This setup just isn't optimized for modern shooters. This sort of setup works best with on-rail shooters, games where you don't have to move the character and just need to focus on shooting the screen. That's called immersion! This is called, I'm torturing myself by making the game artificially harder. Seriously, try and play Splatoon like this and tell me how it goes. The box this thing also came in just screams bootleg. Game Gun for N-Switch. Yeah, that's right, you can't sue us. We never said the full N-word. Nintendo, that is. Oh my gosh, I also just realized something. Chicken Range on Switch. That instant classic works perfectly with this chunky gun accessory. So, for all you Chicken Range fans out there, this is a must-have N-Switch accessory. Now, this next accessory is kinda cool, but not for the reasons you might think. Have you ever been playing your Switch in public and someone was annoying you or bullying you? Well now, with the Nintendo Switch finger grips, you can now simply detach your Joy-Cons and... What is this? Seriously, what is this? Brass knuckles for your Nintendo Switch? Sure, the box might say boxing finger clasp, but I can't remember the last time I watched a boxing match and someone busted out the brass knucks. Once again, you're fairly limited to the game selection this weapon is compatible with. Although, I will admit, it is a fun addition. Playing ARMS or fitness boxing with just the Joy-Cons feels like it's missing something. And putting on these Joy-Con knuckles really does get me in the mood to throw hands with someone. Like, bro, you don't want to mess with me, I'm a dangerous man. Although, these grips on the Joy-Con really makes you feel like you're gonna crush the Joy-Con if you get too into the game. So, don't squeeze down too hard. Or I guess you can. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You gonna mess up the joystick and get drift? Once again, the accessory is just a cheap piece of plastic, so it works fine. And if you're someone who plays a lot of boxing games, then you definitely could get some use out of it. Personally, I find it to be more of a novelty product, like the Snuggie or the ShamWow. Like, sure, I guess it technically works, but it's way more fun to show it off to friends and family and see their reaction to it. What is this? I think everyone above the age of 3 can agree that playing games with a single Joy-Con on its side is the worst thing ever. Like, seriously, what did I do to deserve this fate? Well, with the invention of the JoyCon Holder, you can still experience that same exact pain, but now with handles. Yeah, I mean, I guess I appreciate the thought, but I'm still playing with a tiny Joy-Con. I mean, my hand is cramping less if you want to get technical. I just think it's funny. This little Joy-Con controller in a shell. Little idiot. Okay, now here's something both totally interesting and absolutely weird. Now, I'm gonna show you a picture of this accessory, and you have 3 seconds to try and figure out just what the heck it is. Ready? Now, I know what you might be thinking, because it's what I thought too, and we're wrong, as well as degenerates who need help. What this is a noise-canceling accessory for the Nintendo Switch microphone. What Nintendo Switch microphone, you aggressively yell at me? Well, in Japan, there was a microphone accessory compatible with one single game that was also a Japanese exclusive, Joy Sound, which is...
Time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and
a freaking karaoke game? Heck yeah, buddy! I love karaoke. As a matter of fact, I love it so much that... Dame dane, dame yo, dame dano yo. Anta ga suki de, suki sugite. Dore dake tsuyoi osake demo 歪まない思い出がバカみたい Wait, was I talking about something? Oh yeah, the karaoke game. Japan and a lot of Asian countries love karaoke. Even my main girl Retsuko does. So it's no surprise at all that Japan got this exclusive game, accessory, and accessory to that accessory. Everyone loves singing, but very few people are confident in doing it. The amount of times I've sung terribly and didn't realize people were listening is more than I'd like to admit, and it can feel embarrassing. And with most of the population of Japan living in apartment complexes like this, there's a good chance your neighbors are gonna hear everything you do, including singing. Before we talk about the accessory, however, let's check out the game, since I, and I'm sure many other people, didn't even know it existed until today. It's a pretty basic karaoke game, but what makes it super charming is the fact that it has loads of Nintendo music to sing along to, accompanied with English lyrics, in case you're some psycho who already doesn't know the words to Jump Up Superstar. How many songs are on this thing? Let's see here, damn! 140,000 songs to choose from. Anyway, let's finally talk about the Nintendo Switch microphone and Hori noise dampening cover. It's pretty simple. You can just plop the noise canceling thing on your microphone and boom! No one can hear you. I mean, kinda. It's obviously not perfect. If Nintendo had the ability to create something that completely blocks out sound, it would probably be put to more use than this.
I mean, this is kinda what it sounds like. It's definitely reducing noise, and nobody that's immediately in the same room as you will hear you.
So, it's a success! Great job! I'll be honest, I don't think you can really call this next product an accessory, but gosh dang it, when something looks like this, what do you want from me? What we have here is a special edition Dragon Quest controller. I gotta admit, right off the bat, it's incredibly adorable. There's a reason a frickin' slime is the mascot for the series. The controller is, well, a Switch controller. I'll admit it's not the most comfortable setup. Essentially holding a ball with buttons. But the buttons are nice and big to try and compensate for its weird design. The button layout is also a little different, resembling a PlayStation controller with both of the joysticks down below and the D-pad up and to the left, when usually these two are reversed. I don't know, man, I can't really see myself using this controller for more than 10 minutes in any gaming session. It's a neat little collectible for sure though, don't get me wrong, and busting it out every now and then will always make someone smile. And those were a few weird Nintendo Switch accessories. Which ones were your favorite? Or most nightmare-inducing? I gotta let you know, I'll always have a special place in my heart for the Nintendo Switch brass knucks. But if there's one accessory that you think the Nintendo Switch needs, let me know in the comments below. Personally, I'd make an accessory that makes the Joy-Con actually freaking work properly.